What are they going to do? Yeah, block here. Okay. Block the Kraken. It doesn't concern me at all. You're gonzo. We have the most evil power in the universe. A Kraken. A freaking Kraken. What up, brothers and sisters, and welcome to MTG Malone with me, MTG Malone. Thank you all so very freaking much for tuning in. The giveaway for the 8K is still going on, and you can find the link over my head right here. We're over 8,100 something already. I mean, I'm recording this from the past, so yeah. Today is just like the day after I announced the giveaway, but for you, it should be Saturday, because I'm recording so many videos in advance. So maybe we're already way higher. If we are, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And yeah, if you haven't done so already, subscribe. Help me reach that next big milestone of 10,000. That is our next goal. 10,000 until the end of the year. If we can do it, holy smokes, I will be going crazy, making a big old party live, and oh my lord, so many giveaways. But enough with the yammering. Let's get into the most evil hammering. Today we're playing blue. Yeah, we're playing an Arrund's Epiphany deck. Hey, chill. I'm playing a mono blue deck. I need at least some power, you know? Because I thought about it. I wanted to do the mono week, and this is one of the last few that I have left. And I still have to do mono green. But you know, mono green has only one way to go. But the mono blue, it is so disgusting. So freaking disgusting. So Lier is the disciple of the drowned. So yeah, he learns from the drowned. And who is the drowned? The freaking Hullbreaker Horror. Look at them. They even doing the same pose, like, get your little claws up here. And because one Kraken is not enough, we also have the Ruin Crab in here. So these are kind of our win cons. Let's get them all together. So the Hullbreaker Horror and the Lier are the most evil freaking team ever. Once the Hullbreaker is down, if you have a Lier down, with all of the instant and sorceries that we have in our library, your opponent is never doing anything anymore forever. Never, ever again. Because beneath the waves, lost gods steer in their slumber. And who are the lost gods? The Hullbreaker Horror. So, such an evil card. Just super insanely evil combo. These two together, oh my lord. And I don't mean combo like combo deck, I mean like they're a good team, you know? So, how do we win though? Well, in the early game we mill our opponents as much as possible and have a nice blocker with the Ruin Crab. So for at least 2 to 3 turns we're safe. Once this little annoying fella is down, you can just, you know, chill for a little bit. There's not much they can do. They can attack him with the 1-1, with the 2-1. You can just block it. And in the meantime, you slash one of your lands and you just mill him a little bit. You know, it's just make him think that you're a mill deck. Then with the Field of Ruin, if you sacrifice that, you can even trigger the Ruin Crab once more. It is pretty freaking sweet. Then we just take care of everything they do. We have 4 Fading Hopes, because it is just so important. Especially as a mono blue deck, you have no kind of removing your opponent's stuff. The only kind of removal you have is counter spells. So we have 3 Sword Comics and the 2 Jwari Disruption, which we hopefully will use as those. So we cannot use them anymore once Lier is down, because spells can't be countered. But before that, we can freaking use them. And in the worst case, you can still use them to get something off the board with the Hullbreaker Horror. If they're in your graveyard and you lose the Lier, it's still working, you know? You still cast a spell and you can still return something to your opponent's hand or to their hand. Well, if it's a spell or a permanent. So both of these things can still be done. So you have infinite divide by zeros, is what I'm saying. Then consider, just super good, you look at the top card of your library, you put him in your graveyard or in your hand. That is the deal. And that is just good. You know, all of these 1-mana spells are just super good if your Lier is down and the Hullbreaker Horror is down. Oh my lord, look at this Kraken Horror. Look at the boat. It looks like a big boat, you know, like a pirate ship or something. And the Kraken just... one of the claws is as big as the boat. Bananas. I freaking love and hate the Kraken. If it's on your side of the field, you're happy. If it's on opponent's side of the field, you're very sad. So, there we do have the Celestus. Just a good old ramp. because we're playing the Hullbreaker Horror, we're playing the Lier, and we're playing the Arrund's Epiphany. Whoa, chill. We need a good card in the mono blue deck at least. So, because you know if you play the Hullbreaker Horror, now you play the Arrund's Epiphany the turn afterwards, you can return their creatures to their hand is what I'm saying. That is super good. And the Celestus is just a little ramp. It helps us get 2 there. If you play the Celestus on turn 3, you still have 1 mana open for a Fading Hope. If you foretold you saw it coming, you play the Celestus on turn 4, you still have enough mana for you saw it coming, and you can have a turn 6 Hullbreaker Horror. Amazing. Freaking amazing. Then a card that just fits the theme so good is the Consuming Tide. Nefarious Tides obey an unforgiving moon, and that moon will be crushing down on you with the Hullbreaker Horror and the Lier. So, you return, each player chooses 1 non-land permanent they control, and then return all non-land permanents not chosen this way to their owner's hand. And you know, this goes on the stack. We return something to their hand with the Hullbreaker Horror. All is good. I don't think, I have to see the interaction. I haven't got to the situation yet where I could cast both of them. But I think that they have to choose afterwards. So this triggers first, and then they have to choose. But if this triggers first, it would be even better. Because then you just return whatever they kept left from the battlefield. Let me know if you will see the interaction. I haven't encountered it in playtesting. Maybe we will during the games. And then I will absolutely freaking try out. So, judge. There's no judge. Alright, no judge available. Then, of course, Memory Deluge. Just amazing. Just freaking amazing. We want to do nothing for the longest time. This has flash. So yeah, who even cares? We don't want to do nothing for the longest time. Turn 4, we just slam the Memory Deluge during their end step. Goodbye everything. And then to finish them off, we also have Hall of the Storm Giants, so you can also count this as one of our win cons. So, we just are super annoying. This is one of the most evil decks ever. So we have the Hall of the Storm Giants to slam in. We have the Hullbreaker Horror to slam in. The Hullbreaker Horror can even block Hall of the Storm Giants. If they're like cheeky and they see that you have a Hall of the Storm Giants and they think, hey, I'm willing to take the trade. Well, no, they're not anymore because you have the Hullbreaker Horror. Oh, I will play this card so much. So much. There we have 18 islands and the 3 Field of Ruins. Just to make sure that our opponents cannot ever have any freaking manlands. Try not to play the Jwari Disruption as a land. That is why we have still 24 lands here, because it is just a good turn 2 counterspell. Just amazing. I freaking love it. So, this is blue. Yeah, let me have it. I'm MTG Malone, and I will see you in those evil games. So people think that Mono Black or Dimir is the most evil, but no, my friends, it is Mono freaking Blue. Oh my, we're going first, I like it. We have the 2 Memory Deluges, that is super good. So, Zana Bianca. I have no clue what Zana means, but Bianca means white, so yeah. It's something white. Sure, we go with the Hall of the Storm Giants, so it comes in tapped. My bat is going crazy, chill little guy, chill. Alright, another Hall, very good. And we're up against a Bard class, maybe? Oh, okay. Well, I will return that to your hand. Thank you very much. What can we get here? The Celestus is perfect. Freaking perfect. Alright, so we will have a Lier next turn, which is also very good. If we want to. But I don't know if I want to. The Howling Moon. Every second spell, right? Yeah. Good. So. Oh, the divide by 0 is very nice here. We can get rid of 1 Memory Deluge. That is alright. So no matter what to do here, I can just divide by 0 it. Yes. And I want to. I freaking want to. So we're getting ourselves, of course, the teachings of the Archaics. It is just too good to say no to. And am I using it here? I mean, I could go for the Lier play. And I feel like I want to. Good. Good. So, if day turns night and so on, we're all freaking good. Alright. Kessig Naturalist. Couldn't care less about that. What else do you have? The Tovolar. Alrighty. Good. Get the Tovolar out of here. Just get it all out of here. Yes. Please. Yes, I want that. I freaking want that. Take action. Draw. Get rid of... Wait, can I? No, I cannot. We're getting rid of the other Memory Deluge. It's all good. It is all good. Alrighty. So... we're chilling here. We're just chilling. Take action. We can't get rid of the Saw It Coming because we cannot counter spells anyways. So it's all good. All freaking good. But we still do have the Divide by Zero, and also now we do have the Kraken. So depending on what they're doing here, we can just, you know, do some stuff. So, will they be attacking in? They are. So they can push this for 1. Yeah, they can push this for 1. We're bringing down the Kraken. We're not blocking. They can have 1 hit here. 1 hit is alright. We will now start being super annoying, so it's all good in the neighborhood. So, whatever we do now, things will be returned to your hand. Your board will be like super empty now. Like super freaking empty. So, do we need to land? Not really. The Consuming Tide is super nice though. Alright, so first things first, we're drawing some cards with the Teachings of the Archaics. Return non-land permanent, that is you. The Consider. Also very, very nice here. Very nice. So, and we return you. Perfect. Oh, they get the wolf. Yeah, well, that is okay. Put that in your graveyard. Decline. I want that. I freaking want that. So we're getting in there with everything. It's just okay, you know? What are they going to do? Yeah, block here. Okay. Block the Kraken. It doesn't concern me at all. You're gonzo. We have the most evil power in the universe. A Kraken. A freaking Kraken. So what are you playing here? The Werewolf Pack Leader. Alright. What else though? What else? That is all? That is all. Okay. Well, if that is all, that is good. I can take a little hit here. I don't mind. I still have to consider the Teachings, the Divide by Zero, all of the good stuff. Yeah. We'll just Divide by Zero that. And then we're returning the Werewolf Pack Leader to your hand. Good. So, and we're getting ourselves the Mascot... I put the wrong thing in my hand. I clicked wrong. I clicked wrong. Okay. So I think that is the game. I think that this is the game. Like, what are they going to do from now on out? And they scoop! I told you it's so evil! The perfect evil! Get out of here! Holy smokes. This crack, like, blue is so good right now. I know it needs a lot of mana. But you have the Celestus. That even helps you with card selection. So, blue is just crazy good right now. I absolutely love this hand. What is there to say about it? So we can go turn 2 Alrund's Epiphany, turn 3 Celestus, or Divide by Zero, depending on what we're up against. And then we're good in the neighborhood. The Celestus is just so good. So freaking good. Let's not show him that we're blue for now. And we're up against Mono Green, my mortal enemy. But I feel like we have a good chance here, if we just push back enough, you know? Let's keep up our counter spell for now. Like, it's good to have, you know? Pass to tax. Interesting. Alright. Interesting. What else? Another Sculpture of Winter. Yep. I fear what could come out of this more than anything else. Do I Divide by Zero? Nah. Nah, it's all good. It is all freaking good. So we will have some extra turns in a row very soon. So yeah. All good. Alright. Oldenwald Oddity. let's return this for now, shall we? Just, okay, they do have something. Or it could just have been the Sculpture of Winter holding priority. That is also a possibility. A huge one at that. So 1, 2, 3. Alright. So I can now counter the Oldenwald Oddity. And then I will take some extra turns in a row. It's not my fault they made this card. It's absolutely not my fault. Alright, so you get countered. Get out of here, Oldenwald Oddity. You're just too freaking weird. Look at it. What the heck is this? This is me when I'm hungry. Good. So, extra turn number 1. Let us see what we can get from this. Maybe something nice. Yes, yes, something nice indeed. Alright, we're passing the turn. We're discarding. We will see what we discard. Yeah, the Ruin Crab can go. Now that we have the Hullbreaker Horror, nothing can happen to us anymore. Ever. Never, ever again. So, they're still putting stuff on the battlefield, alright. But what is it? The Ranger class, yeah. All of this will be gonzo. All of it. All of it. Are you attacking in? They respect the Hall of the Storm Giants. That is good. You should. You really freaking should. Okay. So what do we get here? And a scoop! To the horror! Oh, why? Why did you ever print these cards in blue? Why? Oh my lord. We beat mono green with mono blue. That is how terrible the horror, the Hullbreaker Horror really is. Get out of here, mono green. Get out of here. We won 2 games here. That is all I care about. The rest, if we lose from now on out. But I feel like if you have all these powerful cards, all these tools to your disposal, you can never lose, you know? We're going first. Alrighty. Alrighty. We're keeping up our Ruin Crab here. I rather consider and find some land. That is what I'm all about right now. Oh, another mono blue deck. Put that in your graveyard. Yes, sadly, yes. Alright, there's the land I was looking for. Perfection. Alright, let us see what we're up against. This might also be extra turns. Yeah, it is. It is just extra turns. Okay. Extra turds, as they call them now. Perfect. So, they might even kill my Ruin Crab. Who knows? Who knows? But if we can bring down the Celestus... Okay, so they do have the extra turn here. So that means that we can bring down the Celestus here. Super freaking good. Super good. And we're attacking with the crab. Yes, you deserve it. You deserve this fish slap. Red. Alright, so they're more into dragons than anything else. To consider... Not as good as the Memory Deluge in our hand. The Hall of the Storm Giants, yes. So the more we mill them here, the better, you know? Yeah, that is all stuff you will never ever see again. So they do have something for 2. Might be a Behold the Multiverse or something like that. Alright, so there's some kind of Spellslinger deck. Alrighty. That is fine. Are they doing anything? Or will they just be chilling back for the rest of their days? We're Memory Deluging here, because why the heck shouldn't we? If they counterspell it, okay. The negate. Wow, this art is amazing. Pretty cool. Pretty freaking cute. Good. So, the Memory Deluge is still in our freaking library. So, yeah, graveyard, but it is kind of a library, so it's all good. Okay. So we have the side coming. We have more Memory Deluges. We're not attacking anymore. I'm afraid now. The Fading Hope on the Ruin Crab. Okay, go ahead. Fading Hope away. I already milled half of your library almost, so that is all good. All I freaking care about. So, we will play it, like we have 3 Memory Deluges. What is this? Bananas is what it is. Freaking bananas. So let's hope they don't have the Test of Talents in hand. If they just have a counter spell here, that is so fine with me. So freaking fine. Alright, Ruin Crab. And there we go. So another test of talents has been stolen from them. And we're now using the Memory Deluge here. Oh, yes. All of this, yes. 1,000,000 times yes. Alright, so we're keeping up our... Oh, do we draw here? You know what? Get out of here. Get out of here. Just get out of here. That was your turn. Do we draw here? Decline. We're not. We're not. So, I wonder what they're doing from now on out. Fading up once more. That is good. That is real good. That means that we can have an Arrund's Epiphany here. Yes, we can. But we can do it even doubly. So, here we go. The Imrith, the Arrund's freaking Epiphany. Delicious. Freaking delicious. And another land. Amazing. Just freaking amazing. And a scoop. Get out of here, is it? Get out of here, mono green. Get out of here, werewolves. Mono blue madness. 3-0. 3-0. This crab is putting in so much work. Oh. Yeah. Deep sea creeps. Deep sea weirdos. I'm a Hullbreaker Kraken baby. I do belong here, Solitambo. We're going for, I mean, it is always the good hand. It is always the good hand. So we will do something crazy and put down the Ruin Crab first, but it is totally worth it, trust me. It is. Because, yeah, okay, it is another mono blue or, I think it, yeah. Alright, it's just is it. It is just is it. And we're giving the good old fish slap. Get out of here with your is it deck. I mean, I'm also playing Arrund's Epiphany, but hey, that is different, you know? That is just freaking different. Oh my. Okay. Don't mind me if I do. So, let's see what we can get out of their freaking library here. Alright, I like it all. I freaking love it all. Good. Another side coming into our hand. So, I will use the Field of Ruin here to get rid of their Hall of the Storm Giants. Abso-freaking-lutely. No land, you say, eh? No land. Well, let us see what they're doing here. Maybe they're doing nothing. Nothing, I tell you. So not fighting land here was a little bit bad, but just a little bit. But we're getting rid of the Hall of the Storm Giants here, getting ourselves another blue. It's absolutely needed. And it also triggers the crabs, you know, which is good. Okay, they're foretelling more stuff. But what will it be? But right now we're just going like milling them. That is good. 6 a turn. How much do they have? They're still at 30 cards here. 33? Okay, the other ones were already taken into consideration. Alrighty. So this is very bad. And we're stuck on lands and the control matchup is just very, very bad. Very bad. Should not happen, you know? Just shouldn't. But we do have the side comics, so it's all kind of okay. My turn. Alright, let's get rid of another of their lands. So that hopefully we can just mill all of the good stuff, you know? And having a triple blue is not even that bad. Right now they're at 32. So maybe we can just mill them. Maybe we find another land here. Would be super good. Just super freaking good. Well, we will see. Galvanic Iteration. Okay. And they will kill the Ruin Crabs, don't they? The Cinderclasm. Alright. So let's protect one of our Ruin Crabs. And Scry. The Divide by Zero. I need lands, game. Please, lands. That is what I need. Lands. Thanks. Alright. So, a lot of Goldspan Dragons have been milled, which is super good. Are you kidding me, game? Are you freaking kidding me? I cannot have one land. I cannot have one. In the first 14 cards. Yeah, okay. I know I took 2 lands out of my deck already, but come on. Seriously? Come on. There's a limit, you know? There's a limit to your shenaniganery. I know I won 3 in a row. I know I did. But you know, no lands at all. A little excessive. A little. Like, let's be honest. It's just a little much here. Just a little bit much. I bet these are all Arrund's Epiphanies. Like, we milled them 1. But that means that they have all the other ones. Just have them all. Alright, but that is good. That is absolutely okay. I mean, we have no answer to the Hall of the Storm Giants here. But do we even need it? I don't know. You're not doing that. Like, look at it. I milled them 2 already and they still had 1 in their hand. Bananas. Freaking bananas. Yeah, we're still countering that. We're still countering that. No way we aren't. Alright, land please. Thanks. Thank you very much. Alrighty. We're foretelling this, pretending like it's another counter spell. What are they going to do here? They should think that it is a counter spell. They have a Galvanic into... Oh! Okay, well, we gave them a whole bunch of stuff here. Just a whole bunch of stuff. Of course they played a Lier. Like, Lier is one of the best cards ever printed. Ever. So, what do they have here? Fading Hope. Do they have a Divide by 0? I cannot... Why can't I see their hand? Is this... Oh, it's Arrund's Epiphany? I don't know. I really can't see it. Alrighty. The Fading Hope. We still couldn't find a land, which is super bad for us. Super freaking bad. Alright. They don't know what we have. And they never will. Yeah, of course they found one. Of course. Why shouldn't they? Like, of course they did. Like, we struggle to find land here. It's so brutal. It is just so brutal. I can't believe it. Are you just destroying it now? Yeah, they are. They are. I bet they still have at least 1 more here. At least 1 more Arrund's Epiphany. Like, we only milled them 1. There you go. There's the 3rd one. Now the 4th one will still be here. I'm pretty sure. Like, pretty positive. Not 1,000,000%, but pretty positive. Yeah, they have it. They have it. Or they just attack him with the Hall of the Storm Giants. But you know, we were stuck on lands for 2... I mean, look at it. Look at it. That is 4 turns in a row. That is 4 turns in a row. Let's get out of here. There, Lier. Perfect. Us not finding lands. Super bad. We would have been in a driver's seat if we would have had a land a little bit sooner. But you know, we didn't draw lands for what? 4 turns? Yeah, that was bad. Bad game. Bad. Couldn't we have found 1 land? You know, if you were in a control matchup, control versus control, not finding lands, that is your, like, death certificate. Right there. Signed by a doctor saying, time of death, turn 3 without a land. I mean, we do have the Celestus, so that is kind of a land as long as any opponent's going first. So let's try here. I know it's a 2-lander. I know, once more. But if they're playing a creature, we can Fading Hope. Okay, they're just another control deck. Alrighty. But we do have the Jwari Disruption. Okay, there may be zombies. They may be zombies. We will find out. But they may also be like just a Kraken deck, you know? Yeah, they are something controlling. We do have the Fading Hope, though, if we really need it. And I kind of want to play it here. Just to find myself a land. Alrighty. Good. We're returning our Ruin Crab to our hand. Scrying perfect. Freaking perfect. Exactly what I wanted. They are. Oh my lord. They're just a Grixis control deck. The worst kind of control deck there is. The worst kind. Alright. Do you have a Divide by 0? Do you now? Do you have it? We'll have to find out. We will have to find out. I mean, I can still play the Ruin Crab, so would they even Divide by 0 it before it hits the field? Yeah, that's what I thought. That is what I thought. And now we do have the Jwari Disruption, so it's all good. If they do have another power word kill, well, there's not too much I can do about it, is there? But we need to keep our counter spells up for their Liers now. Well, that is 2 counter spells that you will never get back. Alright, that makes 2 Krakens gone. 2 Krakens are gone. Perfection. So maybe we even find another land here. Would be good. So they will have their Memory Deluge very soon. We have to keep our Divide by Zero open, or saw it coming as well. And hopefully find a land here. Well, we couldn't. We couldn't. But it's Lier o'clock, so let's not do anything like rash here. So here comes the Memory Deluge. Once more, the second game in a row, where we're stuck on lands. Alrighty. Pass to attacks. Not doing anything. Playing a land, okay. In the second main phase, like a pro. Well, we can saw it coming. How many removals do you have, my friend? Like, that is the 3rd different removal that we're seeing. Like, who hurt you? Who hurt you? Is this all you have? Removal. Okay. Well, it's good for them. It's not good for us. So the Fading Hope is... Oh, come on. Come on. Seriously. Well, here's another land. That is good. It means that we can try with the Celestus now. And they don't know that we don't have a counter spell. Let's go into full control. Make them think that we have it. Make them think we do. Pass attacks. They're not doing anything. Alright, that is good. That is really good. So, now we do have the freaking counter spells in our hand. We do have the Celestus to throw away. We're not drawing lands. Well, there's a Ruin Crab, but without a land in hand, I'd rather not. So, come on. Seriously, what is going on today? Like, what is going on? I really don't get it. There is their Ratsaurus. There is the Grixis Mage showing up. Alright. There is a land. Perfect. So we will just mill him as much as we can still. It is like our secret win con, so why the heck shouldn't we? There goes our land. And now we still do have the Divide by Zero. We do have the Fading Hope. In the worst case, you know. So it's all good in the neighborhood. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That is like their 4th freaking, and I mill them, you know? I freaking mill them. So what is even going on here? What is even going on? So we can replay the crab if we want to, but I don't feel like it because, once more, no land in hand. So what can we get here? Arrund's Epiphany. We can't even play it soon. So yeah, let's keep it. Let's freaking keep it. And we're still milling them. There goes one of their Memory Deluge. And there is that Lier. Yeah. Everybody's playing that right now. Everybody and their mother. Which is me. I am your mother. Go to your room. Clean up. There's stuff you need to do. Am I discarding the Ruin Crab? No, I don't think so. I don't think that I want to discard any of my cards right now. So if they have the Kraken, that will be bad. Yeah, that is the good thing about the Divide by Zero. You can just use it, get this out of here, get the teachings of the Archaics out. Alrighty. If we do this. Let's not be too cheeky here. We can still use it afterwards if they play something here. So it's all good in the neighborhood. 36 cards. They're not doing anything. I love it. Freaking love it. Okay, let's draw here. I mean, in the worst case, we have to draw away whatever we find. It is a land. Yeah, we can throw that away. The Hullbreaker Horror. Let's try with the teachings. I mean, we still do have the side coming, so it's all still okay. For now. But I'm awaiting their horror, you know? Which I cannot counter. Let's counter the Divide by Zero. and hope that we can use it. They might have another Memory Deluge in hand. They might have another Divide by Zero. But if they do, seriously, what are they getting here? Unbelievable. 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 Just, that was unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Alright, that I will never forget, my friend. That I will never forget. That was pretty smart. Pretty freaking smart. Another Alrund's Epiphany. Don't mind me if I do. And a land. Let's try with this one. They have nothing. They have freaking nothing. Just nothing. They have more fading hopes and stuff like that, but that is just like nothing to me. Just freaking nothing. Alrighty, we're attacking in. Getting in there with our birdies. Arrund's Epiphany. You're a monster. You should have never been created. Fading hope. That is fine. You do that. I still get in for one here. On the bottom. Alright. And I just play another one, because that is just the way the game was intended. Just to have all of them. Alrighty. And now we're good. Now we even have the Memory Deluge. So yeah, let's just keep up our mana here. Depending on what they're doing, we would just play the Hullbreaker Horror. Alright. So, Horror has been... The game is over. The game is so over. So over. So freaking over. It's not even funny anymore how over the game is right now. Just over. What are you supposed to do here, my friend? What are you supposed to do? I know I missed lethal, but I didn't even care about it. I just wanted to show him the horror. That is the Hullbreaker and the Lier. Like, they're even making the same post. Get out of here, Grixis. Get out of here. Beaten by a mono blue deck. That is how far you sunk. Get out of here. 5 to freaking 1 with mono blue. Mono blue. So people have been asking for a mono blue deck. And I thought it wasn't possible to do. But it was. Like some cards that put in from Monday to today changed the deck enormously. Who would have thought that changing cards could help you win the games? So this is a very amazing deck. I had a lot of fun. And you know the one game where we got like land drought? That was just like, you know, even in a blue deck, that is all about water. Sometimes Groudon shows up and you get no water at all. If you get the reference, let me know in the comments. So yeah, it was freaking amazing. But before we get into the wrap up like chewing gum, I want to thank all of my patrons and members, starting as per usual with Mazeto the Great Hardest, Randy Campbell, John, Chris Stevens, Automaton, Vince Mage, Vicky White, John Bell, Felipe Rodriguez Cias, Jeremiah Franson, Mike, Grey Wolf, Unmercy88, Steve-O, Jonathan Norton, MTgA, Morphe, Luis Felipe Sanchez Perez, Jared Telskevich, Albertuki, Neil Heelan, Juan, Jose Ceron, Marcario Fresquez, Caleb Horst, Troy Graham, Court Du, Bandages Commander, Arun, Jefferson Perito, Signed in Blood, Doc Vorpal, Chad Ribberick, Billy Basham, Christian Rüdig, and Aeon. A special thanks to our Gold Span Dragons, Waffles, Randy K. Donald T, Jen Newman, Sims 365, William White, Rico Colamaroli, Marco Marino, your boy Big Bizzle, Mr. Mad, Damien Tate, James Wade, Monkey Ray, Jack Top, Jeff Smire, Phil, Double OG, Raven, Chipster, Nerd, Paul English Wolf, Anima, Cthulhu in Letter, Silas Fox, Nick Bob, Tim Nowitzki, and Hodorific. And a special thanks, of course, to our Nico Bolas, God Pharaohs, Earl, Chris Katowski, Granduff, Danny Montgomery, William Smith, Ario Wolf, The Lacrime, Brian O'Reilly, MtgA, and Quicksand Deal. You guys and gals and krakens and tree folks are pretty freaking sweet indeed. I really freaking appreciate that you go in the extra mile supporting the channel with your hard-earned cash, helping me give back to the community. That really means the freaking world to me. So from the bottom of my heart, and everyone that will appreciate the giveaway that we're having right now, thank you very much. Much obliged. I really, really freaking appreciate it. And if you want to check out the Patreon and the membership, there's a button below every single video. And if you don't have any hard-earned cash to share, don't you worry about it, sweet summer child. There's always other ways to support the channel, like subscribing. It's free. Subscribing is freaking free. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just a push of a button. You help the channel out a lot. We grow even stronger. 10,000 until the end of the year. Oh my lord. I would go bananas with all of you together. So let's reach that goal. It would be pretty freaking cool. I mean, we still have some time until the end of the year. Like, yeah, could just be enough time. And even if we do it like in January, that is still amazing to me, because I would have never thought that this channel could go so far. Like when I started, I was just a little fish in the sea, full of Hullbreaker Horrors and Liers. And now, I went from a ruin crab, at least, onto one of these dudes on the Consuming Tide. So there was a little upgrade to where I was, and I couldn't have done it with all of you. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so very, very freaking much. I really appreciate it. So, the deck was really freaking cool. Just amazing. It worked out so good. I also realized, like, when I was done with the deck tech, that I forgot to tell you about Divide by Zero. But hey, you know the card. You have seen it already. So here it is. It's a Divide by Zero. It gives you access to the sideboard. You can check out the link in the deck list below the video. That will tell you what is in the deck. So don't you worry about it. Also playing mono blue. Oh, the blues in me got me good here. I was very happy. The Ruin Crab, just so freaking evil. The Lier and the Kraken, oh my lord. You will see these two everywhere now. Freaking everywhere. I can guarantee you that. So be prepared for the Hullbreaker Horror and the Lier. Like, always have stuff to do. But be fast, be quick, be good on your tippy toes. And I think that this combo is even better than any Is It Extra Turns deck. Or if you use this in this Is It Extra Turns deck, holy smokes, your opponent will have a very, very bad freaking time. So thank you all so very much. This was Blue. I'm MTG Malone. Now we'll see you all tomorrow.